find is also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants and just sits on his broke ass. So no, I don't want your number. No, I don't wanna give you mine. No, I don't wanna be given over.
What's up, everybody? Am I giving 90s or what? If you like this look, tune in because I want to show you guys everything that I did to achieve this 90 inspired look. You guys know I love the 90s. It's popping. My shirt is popping. Thanks for my homegirls for requesting that I do a look with this because it's giving what it's supposed to have gave. Okay, so if you like this look, keep on watching. I'll see you in the next clip. What's up? It is your girl, Ray Glam, here again with another look, 90s edition. Okay, so fun fact, I am a 80s baby, raised in the 90s, and you guys all know that 90s looks is just a vibe. Some of y'all think that y'all coming out with new stuff, but we been did it, been done it in the 90s. So before I do anything, let's address the elephant in the room. Why haven't you subscribed? Why have not you subscribed? I've looked and most of my viewers are not subscribed. So take the time. Don't worry, I'll wait. And subscribe to my channel. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I have no idea what's gonna come out in my head. I feel like it's gonna be bomb, so let's go, okay? So let me start. I'm gonna start with eyes first. Okay, so I'm gonna do some underpainting and I'm gonna be using lipstick, okay? Bear with me, it's gonna look weird at first. It's gonna look weird, I'm not even gonna lie. It's gonna look weird. Let me grab my mirror. It's gonna look weird at first, but just trust the process, okay? So I'm gonna do the underpainting. You gotta let the lipstick dry down first. So I wanna go ahead and start that process and then work on my eyes. So this is the lipstick I'm gonna be using, the Fenty Beauty Unlocked. So let's see. Hey, the 90s. It was such a vibe. I hate that, you know, we don't, things are just so different these days. I'm checking my edges. So what was your favorite thing about the 90s? Comment that down below. But we're going to first talk about 90s music. Okay. So I feel like everybody and their mama is either sampling 90s music or it's going back to like 90s music because there's like hardly no love songs anymore. It's just all, slap a beat, I'm from the streets. And so no, it's gonna look weird, y'all. So just trust the process. I'm just gonna kind of buff it out, but not really. I'm gonna leave just like that. Just like that. Okay, now let's jump into eyes. Okay, so the eyebrows are on. So eyebrows back then is basically how I do my eyebrows now. I don't like that real structured look. They're kind of not extremely huge, but they were full. I'm looking real crazy right now. I'm looking real crazy, but just trust the process. So y'all, what are y'all favorite things you missed in the 90s? One thing I miss in the 90s is them gas prices. Honey, because our gas prices now, woo. Okay, gas used to be like 99 cents, $1 or something. I'm gonna insert below right up in here what gas used to be. Gas prices in the 90s were so like $5 used to be gas money back in the 90s. You better not give me no $5 today. Today, I'm gonna look at you like, what I'm supposed to do, wipe my butt with that? Because no, baby, $5 is not getting you nowhere but a look, a scalded look. So yes, that's one thing that I miss about the 90s is the gas prices. Yes. So, of course, I was a kid in the 90s. So, the next thing I want to say I missed in the 90s is not being able to pay bills. Like, oh my goodness, we had no idea how blessed we are to not have to pay to live. You know, like we're paying to live basically right now as adults. You step outside, you breathe, it's $100. And so just being able to be a kid and the only thing you have to worry about is your grades, that is just beautiful. Oh my God, I wish somebody would just put me on punishment and tell me I can't go outside past 11. So I gotta pay my bills. I'm just saying, the things that we complained about back then, I would love to complain about those simple things now because woo, things were a lot affordable then. Now, don't get me wrong, the cost of living was cheaper, but they weren't paying as much either. It's like literally the same. They raised the cost of living, then they raised the wages. But the thing is, the ratio isn't fair and it's the same. They'll raise the cost of living, but baby, when the last time we had a minimum wage increase? I'm gonna link that up in here to answer myself because I don't know when's the last time we had it, but it's been a while. It had to be at least over 10 years, and you guys know that we are way due. But so I don't know. I just didn't see. And then my parents kept me at a childlike mentality. I didn't see my parents struggling. Now I'm not struggling. I live below my means. But the stuff that I see today, people just, oh my God, they hate adulting, is ghetto and stuff. And I just didn't feel like our parents went through that stuff, or maybe they kept me in a childlike mentality and didn't really concern me with those things, which I appreciate. But I like being an adult. I wish things were more simpler, but I like being able to do what I want to do and just call it a day. Like, I like that. So we just get into this look. I don't even know what I want to do with the eyes. What do I want to do? Next on the 90s episode, I'm about to go there. What is, and comment below, what is your favorite 90s TV show? I'm gonna go ahead and link mine. It is Martin. Honorable mention, got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Y'all, when I say I still watch Martin till this day. Like, how cried when it went off air. Like, legit cried. I was a big baby. It's okay, I'm gonna wing this. Y'all are you really gotta be patient with me because I know this look is looking real cray. Next thing I'm gonna say I'll miss my 90s. I can't say I really miss it because I wasn't dating at the time. But it seemed like men were just more romantic and courted more in the 90s. Like nowadays, it's just like you want Netflix and chill. Like they want to have sex with you, like right then and there. Like there's no value, and even with the women, like how we dress and stuff. Like we dress a little bit more classier. I still do. I'm, sexy but classy, sensual, but not like you gonna see everything like you selling something. I just miss that where people had a little bit more, they were still doing something. Ain't nothing new under the sun, but it was just they seemed more discreet with it. You know, people just out in the open acting crazy now, then they wonder why their kids are having sex at 10. I feel like I already said this, but I really miss the 90s music. Like, it was such a vibe. If you don't know, like, for real, honestly, besides Michael Jackson, y'all, that's my favorite artist of all time, Michael Jackson. But my favorite R&B artist in the 90s, it's hard, but I'm gonna say Joe. I love me some Joe, okay? I love me some Joe. Like, and the reason why I say that because I listen to my playlist. I look at my playlist, and most of the stuff that I have in my phone right now is Joe. Oh, that's a bomb. Act the fool, act the fool, act the clown. Okay. Another thing I miss about the 90s. Let's see. What was your favorite food in the 90s that don't taste the same now? And I'm gonna say Pizza Hut or McDonald's. And so, like, growing up, my mama didn't let us eat out a lot. Like, and it could be like why I am the way I am as far as fast food today. But every now and again, we was able to get some Pizza Hut, some McDonald's, and we was happy as I don't know what. But it just don't taste the same no more. Like, am I tripping? It does not taste the same. Like, So, yeah, in the 90s, I felt like the food tastes better. Maybe it's because we were kids and, you know, but I just feel like it tastes so much better in the 90s. Wow. Okay. Get off my screen. Andrew was be doing the most. The other thing I miss, and I mean, I know it ain't went away, but I feel like kids don't do it as much anymore, and we loved it, was skating. Like, we used to get dropped off at the skating rink, baby, and be there all day, all night, like be mad, legit mad that we had to go. Skating was such a vibe. I mean, like I said, we were kids, you know, we weren't doing, you know, I ended up getting into some other stuff I guess I got older. But as a kid, like, we were kids. We did kid stuff. Like, my mom did such a good job in keeping me in a child's place. And I feel like that's kind of what our kids are missing nowadays. They don't they don't know how to stay in a child's place. They've been in grown folks conversations way too much, and y'all be letting them, because discipline takes consistency and you be tired. You know, so the children aren't consistently being disciplined, and you know, it's suffering. They suffering for real. This next one, I say I miss. Don't fight me in the comment section. I know how you girls like to tussle. No, seriously. 90s women being happy with themselves and not getting these BBLs. Now, don't get me wrong. I knew that surgery, we all know surgery was going on back in the 90s. Like, that ain't nothing new. Like I said, this generation, I think they just came up with, they the Christopher Columbus of stuff. I think they're just coming up with everything new and nothing's new under the sun. But baby, when I say BBLs are everywhere now, like, people don't even care about, they don't even, like, it's these kids, like 20, 21-year-olds, don't even give your body a chance to even change. And you're just like, BBL, BBL, BBL. And I'm like, but baby, you haven't even developed yet. Give yourself some time to develop. You're not even fully developed yet. So 90s women look so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, our Halle Berrys, our Stacey Dashes, you know. And it's just like, why y'all feel like y'all need all this stuff? And I'm not gonna put it on the men, because you know what? Men don't be having a problem with natural bodies. I'll say this, I'm gonna say this again. Women be in competition with women. Period. You know, because Most men that I talk to, they say they love them some natural bodies, okay? Love it. It be us in competition with each other. Now, I am team natural body. Whatever I don't like about myself, I go to the gym and I work it out, okay? Me and the gym have a conversation. But, I mean, to each his own, okay? Because what makes you happy is what makes you happy. But baby, I just wish that we were happy. Like, we just knew we were fine back in the 90s. Like, you were just fine, bro. Like, the next thing I say I miss is the 90s toys. Like, who remembers Tamagotchis and Gigapets and Furbies? You know, like, oh my goodness. I had so many Gigapets. Like, we used to put on our pants and our keychains, and we used to get them, take them up all the time because, I mean, we would be playing with them and we supposed to be paying attention in class, but we wasn't paying attention in class. So we were playing with our Gigapets and stuff. And for those Gen Z people that's watching, I'll put a picture right here what a Gigapet is, okay? Because maybe you don't know, okay? But baby, it was a vibe. Virtual pets, that's what it was. Virtual pet. And it was so fun. Like, I would cry when mine died. Like, I would train it and everything. And like, my mom would make me get off the thing I'm playing with it too long. And it didn't go to sleep. And so it's up hungry, then it starved and died, then they fly away. Remember they used to fly away, y'all? I used to be so sad. So yeah, I miss the toys in the 90s. Like, I feel these days, all the kids, the only thing they know about is video games. That's it. Like, and don't get me wrong, I like the video games when they came out, but I don't know. I just miss the actual toys. Like, I wonder, do kids play with toys anymore? Like, comment down below if you got some kids. Do your kids, like, want toys for Christmas, or they just want, like, you know, games, video games? Like, comment down below. Do they have a toy? Like, now, I'm gonna tell you one thing I didn't really care for is Barbie dolls. I was not a Barbie doll person. Like, I don't think I ever owned a Barbie doll. And isn't that crazy? But I've never owned a Barbie doll. I was into, like, the science kids, stuff like that. But I never had a Barbie doll before. And speaking of mascara, so in the 90s, like, is it me, or did y'all see a lot of lashes? Like, false lashes, because, you know, we all got our own natural lashes. But did y'all see a lot of fake lashes in the 90s? Because I feel like I didn't. My mom didn't wear that, so I feel like I didn't see a lot of, unless they were really natural false lashes. I didn't see that. Comment down below if you think that false lashes is just our day thing. I want this to be like a bright pink blush. Yes, I want to look bubblegum dish. That's another thing I miss in the 90s. So, do people play like hand games anymore? No, that came out the wrong way. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, we used to play, you know, all type of games and stuff. Like jump in, jump out, like hopscotch and stuff. Like, I don't see kids doing it no more. Like, these kids are really lame because they don't do anything outside. And that's another thing I miss about being in the 90s. We used to be outside, okay? It was a punishment. It was considered a punishment for you to not be able to go outside. Nowadays, these kids think it's a punishment because we tell them to go outside. You know, ooh. Child, I'm just glad that I grew up when I grew it up. Now, I'm going to take some powder and set around her. And then put some here that we highlighted here. Now I'm going to go in with a light contour. So I'm going to go to the sculpt side because I don't want it to look too structured, but I still want to add some warmth back into my skin. Kind of like that. Didn't make up on my edges, but it's okay. Okay, so if you're from Memphis, this is a Memphis only I miss the 90s situation. If you're from Memphis, I'm getting ready to say something. It's vital. It is vital to our existence. Something I miss is Liberty Land, bro. Like, what? Like, if you remember Liberty Land and you watching this and you from Memphis, please give me a thumbs up and say, yep, I was there, sis. I was there with you. Because, like, why Memphis? We barely got anything. I'm not in Memphis now, so let me say we. They barely got anything now anyway, and y'all just took away Liberty Land. Like, bro, that was such a vibe. And speaking of what I missed in the 90s, remember when school came back in session after Labor Day? You know what I'm saying? Like, after Labor Day, we had like a real summer. Now I feel like school be coming back in July. We back in session. Like, dang, bro. Like, bro. Like, is it a whole summer? No. So let me go ahead and take my Sephora Micro Smooth powder and smooth everything out. Not too heavy. Then I'm going to lips. So I came up with this lip combination in my dreams. Let's see, it's gonna look as good as in my dreams. Okay. Then I'm taking this Fenty. And then I'm gonna take this pink food and put it in the center. And last but not least, y'all remember in the 90s, before we had Fenty, before, you know, we had straight up tube lip glosses and roller glosses, but I didn't really care for the roller glosses. I feel like it's just, you know, stuff sitting on your lip, you know. So we wouldn't have a 90s look without the lip gloss. So let's add. So let me come back with the completed look, you guys. Okay, and this is the complete look. I had to give you guys some 90s aesthetics. Like I said, a lot of things we already had. I had the braids, the crinkly, the edges, my nails straight. 90s, had to give you guys the spoiled shirt because I spoiled myself. Let me just model for you guys. Pose, photo shoot. How do you guys like this look? Okay, it's giving what it's supposed to have gave. I'm super pleased with it. Super glad that it came out. I mean, look at me. I'm a Barbie girl. Straight 90s. I love the 90s. I had fun reminiscing about what I miss so much about the 90s. If you like this type of video, this look, this beat, comment down below what you miss about the 90s. Comment about what you like about this look. And I will see you in my next video. Deuces.